friends, and welcome to another mask with me. A number of you really liked this when I did one last week, I think it may have been, and it's a pretty easy kind of video for me to do, and because things have been busy lately, which I will actually talk about a little bit later, it works out well. So if you didn't watch my last one, there are get ready with me's, which is when people put on makeup and it's very chatty, and the idea is you can do your makeup along with them. This is a mask with me. So if you have a mask that takes about 10 minutes, because that's how long this is going to be, to use, now here is your chance. Go get your mask, put it on, and I will keep track of the 10 minutes for us. I will chat a little bit. We'll have some nice relaxing music in the background. I'll keep my voice nice and calm, and it will be a chance for all of us to get to use masks. So the one I'm using is my Dr. Brandt Pores No More Vacuum Cleaner Pore Purifying Mask. This one mostly just goes into targeted areas where you have more of your pores. So I'm gonna put this on now. If you want to pause the video to put on your mask, now is the time to do so, and then we will come back and the 10 minutes will start. Okay, there we go. It is currently 1:47. You can't see that, but it's there. So we're gonna go until just before 2 o'clock, at least in my time. It won't be the same for your time. I'm going to be posting this, I believe, on Friday. I'm pre-filming this a little bit. Now, as I said, my week, this week and next week are busy, and I've kind of been referencing that, but not specifically saying why. I don't talk a huge amount about I don't talk a huge amount about my professional life on YouTube, but I have been lately doing some courses to work towards getting my accounting designation. I've really been enjoying in the work that I do currently do a lot more of the analytical side of it and the numbers side, and I wanted to take that to the next level of being able to do more of the accounting formally. So basically, I have been, over the last 4 months, taking some courses, and next week is are my exams. So I've been studying accounting and also doing a stats course, and basically next week I have exams Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So as you can tell, or as you may guess, I'm right in the thick of studying right now. But I'm still able to take some breaks from studying and, sit down and film a couple of things. But next week, considering the timing of all those exams, there may be 3 videos, there may be no videos. I'll probably get a chance to pre-film at least something on the weekend, so maybe there'll be a Monday video, but this is a nice relaxing way to take a break from studying, but because it does take, a number of hours to film and then edit, not a lot. A video like this will take me probably just like half an hour or less to edit, which is why I'm doing one of these now. But some of them do take a little bit longer. All that to say that that is why you may or may not see me next week. I'm really excited about it. I love being a student. I love learning new things. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like when I'm in jobs, I know some people do the jobs because of the pay, some people because of the accomplishments that they get, some people really, there's different rewards that people have. And for me, I just always love learning something new. So whether that's working in a new role, whether that is doing professional development, I really like that. So in these sets of courses, I'm really enjoying learning, the fundamentals, and more than the fundamentals, but just learn about accounting. Now, the stats is probably the hardest course. I'm lucky enough that I have actually done the stats before. I just did it such a long time ago that it doesn't actually count anymore, so I have to take it again. But there is that sort of thing in the back of my brain about how I've learned this before, but it was like, oh gosh, 20 years ago. Don't start counting backwards like that. It's not good. But because I did a science degree as my undergrad, I have a biomedical science degree. I did stats in that. Stats for business is not necessarily different, it's the same things, but you're just looking at it through a different lens. So instead of looking at, you know, whether two experiments have the same mean. You're looking at whether two, you know, two sets of customers, you know, have the same agreement on, you know, what they're looking for in certain products. It just comes at it from a business lens instead of a science lens. It's interesting being an adult and doing courses because, first of all, I find that I keep up with things a lot more. I'm more on top of the courses, and, you know, I really want to make sure week to week I'm not falling behind. And I know the importance of, you know, keeping that steady state of putting in information and practicing it. But I also find, like, I'm not pulling all-nighters. I'm not, you know, 20 anymore. So it very much feels like I set myself some time to study like working hours. And it's harder for me to have my brain turned on to that, like, later on at night. I sort of need to work in the time I've allotted to myself and, you know, do good work in that time. Back when I was a university student, you know, the university library was open until, you know, 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. And I think a number of universities now have 24-hour library time, or libraries being open for 24 hours during exam times. And it's not gonna help me anymore. I am old. Like, I can't be up studying until midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just gonna shut my brain down. I also find that I'm a lot more detail oriented than I was when I was younger. When you're younger and you're going through school can often feel like something you need to get to before you get on with the rest of your life. And then when you have a chance to come back and study again, once you've been in the workforce for a while, you're there because you really want to learn the material. So I'm not coming at this studying in a sense of I'm just trying to cram it in my brain long enough to get an exam over with, and then it doesn't matter if I forget it or not. I really want to know this information. It's important information, it's stuff that I want to be able to use in my career. So I'm not trying to, like, rush through and just get the important bits and understand what's going to be on the exam. I'm trying to really absorb the information. And it really helps a lot when you've been in the workforce and you can apply what they're talking about to things that you've experienced before. That's really interesting to be able to do that. It's going to be interesting going in for exams. The exams, it's actually sort of a distance education course. But the exams are all in person at a local university. Luckily, it's one I know pretty well, so I don't need to worry about going there and finding where the classroom is I'm going to be doing the exam in. But it's been, like, you know, almost 20 years since I've sat down and done, that's not fair, like maybe like 17 years or like 15 years since I've sat down and done like a 3-hour exam. So that's going to be interesting. I guess I need to start, like, getting together my little set of, you know, pens and pencils and that sort of thing to be able to bring it all along with me. Yeah, so once I get finished these exams, which, as I said, are happening next week, so they'll be over by mid-January, the next courses start right up again after that weekend in January. And then over the next 8 months, I'll be doing more advanced accounting courses, as well as a few electives like taxes, law. I think there's one around performance measurement, all things that work towards being able to have the sort of prep part done for this accounting designation. And then I'll actually be able to work in accounting, and then build up the professional hours I need to get the actual certification. So I'm excited about it. It's a little scary. It's what's kind of been going on in the background over the last, you know, number of months that I haven't really talked about too much, but that is kind of a big thing that's going on in my life right now. So over the next 8 months, it's going to be more of a working and studying from home kind of thing, and just making sure I'm keeping myself on track. And yeah, it is exciting and a little scary, but mostly exciting. So that is, you know, what's going on in my work study kind of life. And otherwise things are just going along well here. I feel like I'm focusing well on my health. I feel like my relationships are going along really well, which is nice. I'm ready for the sun to start coming back here in Ottawa. There's a little bit of sun today, but we've been having the strangest winter. Like, we haven't been getting the huge dumps of snow, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, we've been getting a ton of freezing rain, which is just so icky to deal with. Like snow, you can go out for a walk and slog through it. And snow, you need to worry about a bit more when you're driving, but my life is set up that I don't really have to drive at all if I don't want to. Everything is within walking distance. But freezing rain, it's like dangerous to go out on the sheer ice, just even walking. I mean, driving is dangerous too, but it just ends up trapping you in the house a little more than you want to be. So I'm looking forward, and I know I've got like 2 to 3 months until it starts getting warmer again, but I am just so looking forward to getting through winter and getting on with warmth again. That is my goal. That is what I'm waiting for. Let's take a check of the time. Oh, it has been exactly 10 minutes. So I'm going to leave this here as I did in my last mask with me, which I will link down below. I think I said already, along with the review for this mask. I'm going to go wash off this mask, but I'm not going to come back here after, so we're basically going to say goodbye at this point. Once again, if this is the first mask with me you've watched, let me know if you like it or not. Also tell me what is new and exciting, or maybe not so new but still exciting, going on in your life in 2019. Leave that in the comments. I love to hear from you guys, and just know that if you've commented more than once or twice on my videos, I recognize you. I remember your names. It's just so lovely to see people coming back and commenting again. But also, if you are somebody like me who's not a big commenter on people's videos, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching. That's it, guys. I will see you in my next video that may be next week or may not be. Bye.